Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm really loving this trend of small lights, and Ulanzi is keeping that thing going with this LT028 bicolor 40-watt light.
How cute this is.
Oh, wow. What is that?
It can be run entirely on the included 34 milliamp battery, and they say you could get anywhere from like an hour to like 5 hours depending on your brightness and everything like that, obviously. So anyway, let's just jump right into it and look at some of the controls here. So obviously at the front, we've got our big LED chip that's pretty fun. We got fans all over the place to keep this thing cool. On the bottom, standard quarter 20, and on the back has all of our controls. Not too many controls, but just enough, and I really do like the configuration. So first thing you'll notice when you turn this thing on at the bottom, there's essentially a safety where you need to turn that CCT dial 180 degrees and then it will turn on completely. I think this may either be to one, not waste your battery if the switch gets flipped by mistake, or two, as just, like I said, a safety as to not blind someone if you left this thing on like 100% power with none of the diffusers or anything on it. Once you've turned it on completely, those two dials update that live display. We've got the CCT dial, which lets you do your color temperature all the way from 2500 to 6500 Kelvin. Not a bad range, but I've seen them go a lot cooler in the past, but 2500 is a good low Kelvin. The other dial, of course, is for the intensity of the light, which is nice. It's pretty good for like medium and big adjustments, but it is a little finicky when working at like that 1 or 2% increment sort of thing.
Oh, it's bright. It's 2%.
Wow.
Although I should say that 1 or 2% feels just a bit brighter than 1 or 2%, maybe like 10%, so just something to note there. It is what it is. There's also a limited list of like 8 effects you can access by clicking in that CCT dial. On bicolor lights, the list of effects is usually pretty limited, and this light isn't any exception, but it's still better than nothing for like the paparazzi and lightning and things like that. Although at least you can adjust the intensity of the effect. I've had some lights that you can't even do that. Yeah, it's still nice to have, you know, just in case. Mine also came with this little dish, and I put this rubber thing on it, which is pretty much essential so you're not getting blasted directly by the light. And I've been using this a ton for B-roll and product stuff, and just having this light so small and maneuverable, it's really great for YouTube videos. I've done it for like my talking head situation here, obviously not using it right now, but it's a very great versatile light. And I can also see people using this for street photography or getting it into small places or up high. I can see a lot of uses for this little thing. There's other accessories too. This is like a mini Bowens mount, I suppose, I guess is what they're calling it. I haven't really used this mount much. So the LT028 comes with the dish and the rubber cup that goes over it. It looks like you can get a lantern or sort of a mini softbox kind of attachment, and this little barn doors is about $10, it looks like. But yeah, I can see this being great for weddings, street photography, tons of other quick situations where you're just trying to get like the ring details, or you're in a hotel room, or even put this out on the dance floor just to get a little bit of backlight or something like that. Especially with that MT79, I think it's called, stand that you can bundle it in with for just a few extra bucks. I really like this telescoping little stand for this light. It's not the most sturdy thing ever, so you might want to be careful when you're using it in like a wedding situation, but for a budget little stand, for the price, I think why not pick it up, you know what I mean? You could even like boom it over a set or something like that. Although when you put it away, be careful of your fingers. But yeah, this light is definitely very unique, has definitely earned a place in my kit for all kinds of wedding, YouTube, narrative, photo shoot things. And if you ever, want to pick this thing up, or really anything from Ulanzi, which make a ton of just assorted things that I've never really heard of before, definitely pick it up with my links in the description below. helps me out a lot to get a small commission from those purchases, and I will always appreciate it. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of this trend of small lights. Let me know what you think of this light, and I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for stopping by.